I'd like to welcome everyone to the URISA Student Webinar Series co-hosted by the Vanguard Cabinet and the Professional Education Committee. My name is Zan Fredericks and I'll be your moderator today. I serve on the URISA Board of Directors and am the board liaison to the Professional Education Committee and also the Community Resilience Committee. This webinar is part of the URISA Student Webinar Series, which features the 2020 University Student and Young Professional Digital Competition finalists. And before we hear from today's speaker, I'd like to introduce Megan Young of the Vanguard Cabinet. So Megan, why don't you tell us a little bit about the Vanguard Cabinet and more about some of the exciting initiatives that you've been working on?
Sure, thanks, Anne. So my name is Megan Young, and I'm on the Vanguard Cabinet of URSA. And who we are is an advisory board that is made up of young geospatial professionals. And we have several URSA initiatives that are primarily aimed at creating and promoting programs and policies that benefit students and young professionals. One of the initiatives that we launched last year, or rather that we continued last year, is the digital competition in association with the GIS Pro Conference. And as a part of that digital competition, the student webinar series was spun off from it so that we could give the participants and winners an opportunity to showcase their work.
Well, thank you so much for sharing that with us. It's a great initiative. Today, we're going to hear from one of our 2020 University Student and Young Professional Digital Competition finalists, Tej Chavda. He's completed his postgraduate education at CEPT University in India, and he also serves as a CEPT program ambassador for their Masters in Geomatics program. Tej's project, Ahmedabad Solid Waste Management, investigated areas to evaluate the Clean India mission, which was an Indian countrywide campaign that began in 2014 to improve solid waste management. Patterns of informal dump sites in selected wards were identified and mapped and analyzed with a primary focus on population social behavior and responsibilities to evaluate the success of the campaign's implementation. So before we get started, I just wanted to remind everyone, if you'll keep yourselves on mute when not speaking, that way we can hear Tej clearly. And I also encourage you to enter any questions into the chat, and Tej can address them with any time remaining at the end of his talk. With that, I'll pass it over to you, Tej.
Thank you. Hello, everyone. I would like to thank you, URISA, and all of you to give me this opportunity. And today I am here to present my study on the fundamentals of GIS-based identification, analysis, and mapping, which is a part of our coursework. And it's based on Swachh Bharat Abhiyan, like Swachh Bharat Abhiyan theme, for one of the administrative board of Ahmedabad city. So I have done this work individually as a part of my first semester studio work, where our mentor selected 21 wards, administrative wards of Ahmedabad for 21 students. And each of us were expected to work individually on this. So this is study area of Ahmedabad city, where we selected northwest zone, southwest zone, south zone, and central zone. Where moving towards the methodology, starting with literature review, how Swachh Bharat Abhiyan works on country level, how its policy works, and what are the missions for the Swachh Bharat Abhiyan was that we studied Swachh Bharat Abhiyan from the bottom top approach. Then we saw various national level case studies. Then we learn how Ahmedabad Municipal Corporation works for Swachh Bharat Abhiyan. And then we studied about our study area. Then we started creating our geo database, like building footprints, boundaries, road, lakes, and we did survey and observation. We go to the sites, actual ward, and we seen where is the informal dumping sites, where is the dustbin location, where is the dustbin but littering around them. So with and we geotagged all the points and photos to the ArcGIS and all the dustbins. This is the general methodology we have followed for all the wards, and we did several analysis like proximity analysis, kernel density, optimum hotspot analysis, and many more. So moving towards my study area was Jodhpur ward, which is falling under southwest zone. So my aim was to identify, map, and analyze pattern of informal dumping site in Jodhpur ward, with major focus on the social behavior and their responsibility for successful implementation of Swachh Bharat Abhiyan in peoples. So an objective was to conceptualize the specially observe and analyze issue along with identifying special observation trend and patterns on Swachh Bharat Abhiyan at ward level, individual ward level. So I would like to give some insights of ward information. The population of ward is according to 2011 census 95,481. The ward covers an area of 9.8 square kilometer, and main land use was residential and commercial. Next is the data acquired from AMC officers, where like in Jodhpur area, frequency of cleaning daily in week, they in day 2 days they are cleaning all door to door. Then the waste generation of the ward is 45 metric ton per day. Then there are many like vehicles to serve and take the garbage from the dustbin and put to the solid waste dump site. And we can see the maximum number of 78% of the building use was residential, and then it comes 12% is commercial land. So we can see say that this would have maximum number of building like residential. Moving towards the methodology which I followed, I said literature review. Then for data collection, uh, I, then I digitize all the building footprints around 7,900 within the boundary of the given ward, and characterize them as per the land use into residential, commercial, mixed land use with help of multiple ground survey and the Google Earth. Along with the above, I conducted survey to conduct information and locate site of informal dumping with help of geotech photos 2.0 tool. Thereafter, a sample social survey was conducted, and based on random sampling cluster in the buffer zone around identified informal dumping site, 100 survey were conducted. A question contained 27 question was used to get information on the implementation and working of Swachh Bharat Abhiyan project in Jodhpur ward. The question, like it contained how the wards are clean to what facility are provided by Ahmedabad Municipal Corporation, like door-to-door, beans, and so on. We also had one-to-one meeting with local authority and sanitization department of AMC. All of the above survey data collected was then transferred into map in ArcGIS Pro. The location of the dumping points and the location of the survey collected were overlaid on the map and then analyzed using the tools. Like I have used proximity tool, data management tool, and spatial analysis tool, where I use kernel density, buffer, multi-ring buffers, and so on. Next, I would like to show you, these are the location of the dustbin or informal site. So you can see the gray color of the bin points are showing a polygon. Points are showing the dustbin location. Next, red color point, you can see that they have dustbin but litter around the bins, like they used maximum of the dustbin, and then also they used, and it's littering around. And next, black points are the informal dumping site, so there is no dustbin, and like people are throwing garbage on the roads and some of the points. So these black points, you can see these all are the informal dumping points. So next, first density map of silver bin with and without littering silver bins. Like we seen there are bins, but there are many bins are littering around also. So here I have done kernel density using kernel density, and then I layer stack the two density image, and seen we can see the number of silver bin like in blue light sky blue zone, we can see the number of silver bins sufficient for the requirement. And further in zone, the residential can try to aim towards bin-free city. Next, we can see the red zone. So the number of silver bins aren't sufficient for the demand. So in red zone, there are silver bins, but with litter around. So for that, we can peoples are dumping even outside the bins. So further, the zone AMC can install more bins to and increase the frequency of garbage collection from these bins. Next is we can see the black zones. So the black zones indicate the presence of both clean and dirty bins. It become an alert zone for provide cleanness silver bins. People are disposing garbage outside of the bin also. So surveillance has been provided in such areas, and awareness should be given to the people to throw garbage into the dustbin. Next is identifying major affected area for littering around the bins. So we can see here, I have identified the area where a maximum number of littering around the bins are there. So I did micro study where I conducted survey using, first I created multi-ring buffer to check the area, and then I have done this survey. These blue points are, you can see these are the survey points. So after the survey, I seen the trend where like all commercial, like all the littering around the bins are nearby commercial area and mixed land use. So from that I have prepared the small analysis where it observed that most of the silver bins with litter around are found along the commercial zones only. Then I asked the follow questions like which collection service do you use? So all of them, majority of commercial people said they are using private service to pick their garbage from their shop and throw them in nearest bin. And second question was your opinion about availability of dustbin. So most of them told they need more silver bins. Third question was disposable of garbage outside the bin. So people told there was a lot of littering around the bins as the one present had too much litter around them. So it's difficult to throw waste inside them. So that's why they are throwing like from long, they are throwing garbage towards the bins. Next, like we can see, so for this, like from first square rectangle, we can see that there are major, like many number of open dump, informal dump, and informal dumps are there. So here is more informal open dumps and provide more dustbin and educate people for about Swachh Bharat Abhiyan and increase the number of bin. And second is to increase the number of bins in that area, and the darker area shows the presence of bin with litter around bin. So we need to Ahmedabad Municipal Corporation need to increase the frequency of the garbage collection. Next, in this you can see bottom map. I have done the 100 plus survey where I got I question 27 question, and one small like trend I seen, like I asked, do you have regular garbage collection in your area or not? So in two area I got no answer. So I like did micro survey where like to study the implementation of Swachh Bharat Abhiyan in two areas. Like one is area one, which you can see in top left side, and second is one is slum area and second is society, like Pradhan Mantri Awas Yojana. like which our Prime Minister given the house to the poor people. So these two area I have done micro level analysis. So in Pradhan Mantri Awas Yojana, where there are two blocks, one A and there is one like B block. So society has taken initiative on their own. So there is one thing like AMC not going into the society and collect the garbage. They are coming to the door, like main doorstep, and they are asking people to come there and just dump their waste into the garbage collection or both. So society has taken initiative on their own and hire a private agent to collect garbage from every house and dump into the collection vehicle. But where society B, in society B, where is maximum number of open dump, we can see there is in so only one society there is three informal dumping sites. So they didn't take any initiative for Swachh Bharat Abhiyan. And when I asked several questions like Swachh Bharat Abhiyan is a social responsibility or government initiative. So majority of society B has told me like it's government responsibility only. It's not our responsibility. So like society B like so this type of understanding we can see, and from this AMC can take the step and teach and teach people like how this responsibility is ours, like it's people's responsibility and government's responsibility. It's not only government's responsibility. Next is like sample 2 area is from slum area. According to AMC, the zone is served daily. Like they go daily and take uh, uh, like garbage from people. But according to people, AMC serves them twice a week or twice a week inside their society. So problem cause of the society because their narrow area was make it was difficult for any vehicle to come inside. So hence AMC worker come daily but do not enter into the society. So that's why they didn't know the vehicle is coming and they are not getting that garbage. So 100 per and I asked them, are you segregating your waste in waste? So they 100% survey got like 100% of waste is segregating. They all in slum area also they are segregating in dry waste and wet waste. So from this people segregate, people are doing their job, like they are segregating in a different like in dry and wet waste. AMC has to focus on more collection waste from the society, and they can use the pedal rickshaw and other like vehicle to enter the society, like enter the slum and take the like garbage from the peoples. So these are the two small like micro analysis where we can understand the how people people's like responsibility and social behavior towards the Swachh Bharat Abhiyan is there in Jodhpur area. Next, this is a map. It's showing density map of informal dumping site and silver bin. So now Ahmedabad Municipal Corporation is moving towards bin-free city. Like they want to just maximize the door-to-door collection and minimize the dump like dustbin, so they can clean and like beautification of the city. So that's why they want to become bean free city in 2025. So from how they can reduce the beans and increase the door to door collection, for that I have given the solution. Like here I we got the like informal dumping points and dustbin location. So from kernel density, we can see the density of both. So from here, we can see the pink zone has many open dump and has negligible number of dustbin. So we can see the like this pink zone have more dangerous, like have more open dumps. In green zone, there is more dustbin and no open dump. So we can move this dustbin towards the pink zone, and we can reduce the dustbin from the green zones. And in black zone, there are like it's a very like we can see frequency of black zone which has both garbage and dustbin, like open dump and dustbin also. So AMC need to take the frequency of the cleaning the dustbin has been taken. So from this analysis, they can see like which area we need to move the dustbin from the other area and which area is to more focus for frequency of cleaning, and awareness program need to be conducted. So from this, we can see the hotspot analysis from the dumping sites only for open dump. We can see the this is the area of Gamtal, where very cleanness zone from the Gamtal was. Next is insufficient zone. There is like not that much open dumps are there, and we can see the vulnerable zones. So AMC can distinguish the zones and focus more on vulnerable zone, and try to reduce the informal dumping sites, and clean the city, and focus on the Swachh Bharat Abhiyan. So observation at a ward level in final. So as I earlier said, in Pradhan Mantri Awas Yojana, out of the two sample study in two society, two block, people took in same one sample, people took initiative to keep the surrounding clean. Whereas the residential of other Awas Yojana thought it was the sole duty of government to keep the society clean, as they regularly paid tax. And second observation was the residential who consider Swachh Bharat Abhiyan as a social responsibility and segregate waste, and the resident of the other society did not segregate. Second observation from the slum area, the resident of Ramdev Nagar segregate the waste, like they are segregating the waste, but frequency of garbage collection inside of the Ramdev Nagar is less. So from this two small micro study, I have given the inference to AMC, which was conduct many public awareness program regarding disposal of waste, and second penalize the resident who are not segregating and dumping waste in designed area. Second, for slum, they can increase frequency of the waste collection system should be improved in Ramdev Nagar using alternate vehicles or pedal rickshaw and all. In final, we all of us, like 21 students, we did a survey like in 21 wards, and we got 1042 informal dumping point sites in 21 wards in Ahmedabad. We did 2000 more than 2000 surveys in 21 wards, and we observe the trend, like there are maximum number of informal dumping points near to the lake. So 36 informal dumping points are near to the lakes. And after after 2000, more than 2000 survey, we got the answer, like we asked actively participation in Swachh Bharat Abhiyan. So 4% people only participating in Swachh Bharat Abhiyan, and 96% are not participating. So from this, we can see the people are like doing their job, but they are not participating in Swachh Bharat Abhiyan. And Swachh Bharat Abhiyan, our PM Narendra Bhai Modi told when they started, it's both handed, like it's government responsibility and it's public responsibility. So we can do awareness program for people, to give awareness about Swachh Bharat Abhiyan. Ki participate in Swachh Bharat Abhiyan, not like you go outside and clean, but what you are like collecting your garbage from home only, segregate there like in waste and in dry. Next is like awareness regarding the AMC like created one app called Swachh Bharat Abhiyan app. So we ask any like we ask people to awareness regarding Swachh Bharat Abhiyan app. So 34% people aware about the app. 47 people are not aware about the app, and only 19% of the people are used once or twice of that app. So using some new technology, they can increase the, uh, they can help the AMC to reduce the open dump site. And next, in last, we ask whose responsibility is Swachh Bharat Abhiyan. 42% of the people of 21 votes said it's both, like it's government responsibility and it's like people's responsibility as well. So from this, we can see the social behavior of the peoples towards the Swachh Bharat Abhiyan. So still from this survey, we can see we have given the number of location where AMC can take action and reduce the open dump location, open dump and informal dumping location, where next is they can transfer the beams towards the where is the severe and vulnerable area, and they can remove the beams from the clean area, and they can maximize the door-to-door collection and become the bean free city to and take a step to bean free city. So that's all from my end. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Tej. For anyone who joined us after, we've been listening to Tej Chavda discussing his research project, Ahmedabad Solid Waste Management. And I wanted to open it up for any questions that people have for Tej. Feel free to unmute yourself, or you can enter your questions into the chat.
This is Kevin Mickey. I just want to congratulate you on what was extraordinarily an impressive project. I'm curious, how much time did all this take?
It takes 4 months for completing this study for individual ward.
Very impressive work.
Thanks for that comment.
Thank you so much.
And I agree. I wondered, I thought your hotspot analysis was fascinating and very interesting. And it was neat to see that it was confirmed that those who felt social responsibility did segregate their trash versus those who didn't. So it was nice to see that that analysis confirmed that. And I hear that the public awareness program would be a nice next step for that outreach, for that 47% that may not be aware of the app. And I wondered, do you think incentivizing those that didn't feel that it was a social responsibility may increase their participation in some way, whether it's through gamification, right? Like, is there a leaderboard next to your building and someone's thrown away more trash than you? Do you think that would incentivize them? Or do you have any idea of how to make the outreach of that public awareness program more effective?
So using public awareness program, we can tell people like it's not good to have trash outside your doorstep. So I saw one of the building, they are just throwing their garbage from the window from back of the back end of their house. They are not wondering about any. They just tell. I asked them why you are doing that. So they told like people cleaning people came, and every morning they are cleaning. So why should I clean? So there are many people are like that mentality. So we need to tell them this is not about you are throwing the garbage and cleaning people are cleaning that. It's about hygiene also. So where is the waste? Maximum waste, and in monsoon also if you are doing like this, so maximum number of we can see the dengue and other health problem are coming from the waste only. So AMC people are very trying hard. We saw like in every morning, we go morning 7 o'clock, we go to the ward and roam around how clean, like how people are cleaning the ward and how like I seen like in 7 o'clock they are cleaning. When I return, like going back 11 o'clock, there are like lots of like informal dumping points are there. So like we suggested them like these are the main frequent like hotspot, like which is the maximum number of open dumping points are there. So otherwise you can put your dustbin there, or you can aware the people like it's not the location of dumping. You can put your like you can, they are doing door to door cleaning also. Like they are going door to door each every house and collecting the dump. So you just keep your dustbin ready. One car will come and collect the dustbin, but people are not understanding this concept. So more awareness will help to understand like how it helped them also.
That's a really good point. And I think awareness is key for many, many initiatives, especially it sounds like for this Clean India mission. You'd mentioned that
Yeah.
it started in 2014. Is it an ongoing initiative that the area hopes will eventually be embraced? Okay.
Yes. And I would like to like tell you like we got 5th rank in India for cleanliness of Ahmedabad city.
Gracious. And are there any additional questions for Tej?
I was curious, did you, so you looked at some specific communities. Do you think the same would hold true for other communities? Same pattern
So
that you covered?
yeah, like we have, I have done like where is the informal dumping points. I have created buffer of 50 meter, 100 meter, and 200 meter, and I have done random survey. So I didn't focus on like targeted any like community, but I have gone through all the like 100 survey, and from that survey I got some trends. Like some of the question like, do you get service regular? So majority of people are saying no. So from that survey I got the like trend, and I focused and I did micro survey, a micro study for that area.
That's a good approach. I wonder too, Kevin, that's a good point that made me think of something else. Have you looked at the intersection of the data perhaps of transient populations? If one area is home to shorter term residents potentially versus longer term residents, do you think that longer term residents would have more of a buy-in to keeping their community clean, whereas shorter term residents say they're coming into the area to attend university or something similar, perhaps those transient populations may not have the same kind of social responsibility? Did you consider intersecting any kind of layers such as that?
No, like right now we didn't consider that layer, but like there is many like migration, like in Ahmedabad city, there are lots of migration are there. Like many people come from outside and stay here and work. But like we didn't consider that aspect. I would like, I will try to come like your, this is very nice idea. I will surely try, and like my juniors also working on this, so I will tell them to look
Great. I would be
into this.
curious to see the results.
Sure, sure.
Any other questions for Tej? Okay, let me check the chat. I don't see any in the chat. Well, thank you, Tej, so much for joining us today to share your research and data visualization. I also wanted to thank our attendees for supporting our geospatial student members and young professionals. It's so very important. I'm so glad that you took this opportunity, Tej, to teach us more about your research. It's fascinating work, and I am excited to keep track of it. I've seen that you put your contact information on the slide, so I encourage others, if you have additional questions for Tej, to either reach out to him or participate on URISA's Connect. Or if you've missed a webinar, be sure to check out the URISA YouTube channel. That way you can catch up on any of those great webinars and catch more information and stay abreast of what's new and upcoming at URISA. And with that, I just wanted to see Wendy Nelson, our upcoming events that we'd like to highlight before we sign off for the day.
Yeah, great presentation, Tej. Thank you so much. We've got our GIS Leadership Academy in 2 weeks from today, actually, in Portland, Oregon. And GIS Pro is the big event starting in October. We're looking forward to that, and we'll be in Baltimore. Beyond that, we've got a GIS and Surveying Summit in early November, another GIS Leadership Academy in mid-November, and a GIS Leadership Academy again in December. So we're packed full with lots and lots of presentations.
Oh, fantastic. Thanks for providing all that information. Hopefully there's something in there for everyone, and we look forward to seeing you whether virtually or in person. And once again, thank you, Tej, so much for sharing all of your work and your research. And thank you all so much for joining us today, and be well.